It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is,
to kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go from Indy. Starting from the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Bronkies tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that when Anthony Richardson came out of the draft out of Florida, he was the greatest all-around athlete we'd ever seen at quarterback. 240 pounds, running 4.4, jumping 40 inches. He was the envy of defensive ends and linebackers that couldn't put up those numbers. Now, it's taken all those athletic traits and squeezing them into the quarterback position, maximizing all that physical talent to become the superstar he can be.
It's a gain of 22, and it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
First down throw here from Richardson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. He beams one deep right side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long. Play action with Richardson. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. He's loaded another one up. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. Nearly an interception on that play. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Here we go, here we go.
Trying to throw for it with Richardson. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Quiddy Pay there to take him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Nix. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
The sideline shot snagged by Sutton. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Give to Williams from the gun. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Nix from the gun. Cut by Sutton. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Nix off the play action. Mims with the grab. Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing here, Nix. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. The Indianapolis offense headed out for their second drive of the game. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on fourth down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Finds the in route complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Come on.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Get it.
They go play action on first. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. They've got first down from the 31.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
They connect on the deep shot. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it. And that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Game with the point after. And the Colts tie this game 7-7. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Nix with it on first. Hits him on the out route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute. There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
On second down, a run with Williams. And he works this to the 38 before going down. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 36. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Wide open, downfield, got it! And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos break the tie here in the first. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Josh Downs to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Colts ready to take the field. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Throwing off the play fake here. He's got Pierce. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You can't start a fire without a spark. Well, how about a lightning bolt? What a huge gain that totally changes the tone of the drive.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. On first down, it's Richardson. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Here we go. Set.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Taken in by Pierce. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Well, that's a gain that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Pittman sent in motion right.
Ready.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Richardson. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Let's go.
They'll throw again. Richardson. He has the first over the middle. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. Lightning has struck twice in this opening quarter. His 2nd touchdown of what's looking like a memorable game for him.
Yeah, Kate, time to give him the security guard treatment. Keep an eye on this dude at all times. That's their number 1 when they're looking for points. And now can that guy set up the rest of his buddies for even more?
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This has the makings of a shootout. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They have second down and 5. They stay on the ground with Williams. Along the sideline past midfield. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Play action with Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 42. Throwing the out route complete. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Play made by E.J. Speed. Draw play. This is Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take a second quarter lead. Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock. If they can keep this, that's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts tie this game at 21. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Broncos about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right, you just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that can go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. He gets them half of what they needed, so after a 7-yard gain, it's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's caught for the 1st. And he got this close to midfield before going out. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Nix to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
He's got it at the 5. It's a Denver touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Downs on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll take over at the 39-yard line.
Ready?
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10.
Go.
Play action with Richardson. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Quarterback never stared down the receiver, but he kept his eyes downfield until he found that open window as that crossing route finds and beats zone coverage.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Ready?
Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Gets this one to Pierce. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down.
Ready?
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Complete beyond the marker. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his 3-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird in the 3-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, but whatever.
The kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts tie us up, 28-all. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos are ready to go, and we'll get a look at receiver Marvin Mims. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys and friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
The sideline shot snagged by Sutton. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Completed to Sutton. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the gun, a carry by Williams. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Another run for Williams. And he's got 4 on the run. Man, that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To throw, here's Nix. Throw complete to Williams. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Finds Mims. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Nix from the gun. He brings it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. Williams. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos take the lead just before halftime. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Pressure off left, and it's blocked!
How many times do we get to the end of the game and we look back and go, geez, we never knew what was the defining play. Hey, listen, that was just 1 point. It seems small now, but more than likely in the end, that block and that single point could loom very, very
We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. 1st down throw here from Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Let's go now.
At the 16-yard line.
Ready?
Looking to throw. He lets a heater go deep. Middle of the big game downfield. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. And that is his 4th touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history. Knock this through, and they'll take a lead into the break. The kick is good, and we're looking at an entirely different game now here at halftime as they've taken the lead on that final play. We're to the halfway point from Indianapolis with the Colts out in front at the break. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Colts got a strong first half from their quarterback, Anthony Richardson. The numbers boggle the mind. 5, count them 5 first-half touchdown passes. That is getting near record territory with a whole nother half still to play.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting... First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Now Nix. Oh, he's in trouble, and he'll go down. The Colts got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
He fields this at the 18. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by...
Here we go, check.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Let go.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Check. Go.
They go play action here. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I love crossing routes versus zone defense. Those zone defenders are dropping to their spots. And with all of that horizontal action, they often get lost in zone coverage, just like that.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Go.
They go play action on 1st. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. So it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He finds Woods. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Ready.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And they bring him down around the 34. Give him 3 on that gain. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
That is some old school brutality. An offense close to a 1st down, a defense that knows there's a run headed right its way. In a battle of wills, the offense gets it done.
Ready.
Play action on 1st down. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Throwing off the play fake here. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Ready.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Come on. Come on. Set.
Working inside the red zone. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Taylor now up the middle. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Only a yard on the gain there, and now it's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 4.
Ready up. Hey. Ready, ready.
Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
Stop short of the goal line.
He got him 3. They needed 4. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 1.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
He'll throw it. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts push their lead further to start the half. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts grow their lead to 8. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. So here comes the Bronco offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action with Mix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Trying again following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Williams gets the 1st and still running. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it.
Touchdown, Denver! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for them.
His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. That one falls incomplete. Couldn't make the connection deep downfield. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Set.
Play action with Richardson. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
Go.
Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. So we're through 3 here. The Colts have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through the 4th.
Let's go.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Hut, hut.
Straight ahead with Taylor. Space to the left. And he's finally brought down at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts push this to an 8-point game. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts push the lead to 2 scores now. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Put the body on the line for his team. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play.
Space on the right, he's got room. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. Point after tries good by Lutz. And the Broncos cut the lead down to just 2. After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. Starting from the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there too, nearly picked off on 1st down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Here we go. Here we go.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Finds him over the middle. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Come on. Come on. Set.
Here's Taylor. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Throwing now, off play action. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
I like crossing routes versus zone coverage, but man, do I love crossing routes versus man-to-man. So hard on those defenders to stick with those receivers all the way across the field. Even for the best athletes at that position, those throws are almost impossible to stop.
They're going play action. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Ready. Go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A gain they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Here we go. Set.
So enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their 1st. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Gets this one to Pierce. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal. You know, Brock, I'm going to admit a little bit of surprise here. As pass-heavy as this league has become, that this record isn't at least challenged a little more often. But finally, just like that, someone has conquered it.
And now, Kate, now there is a new single-game record for everyone to chase when it comes to those passing yards. I know as a former quarterback, we love seeing this record challenged, and we want to see just how high people will take it in the future.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff to Taylor. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. He gets him 3. This brings up 2nd and goal. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts up by just a couple of points. They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Here's Richardson. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown! From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game, and now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. Point after upcoming, this for a 2-score lead to potentially clinch the win. And a likely game-winning extra point strikes true, and that should do it. We get a 2-score game now late. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Pass taken in by Sutton. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Now Nix. Cut by Sutton. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. Trying to push it deep downfield. Big gain downfield. It's a Denver touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos cut the lead down to just 2.
Broncos 54.
They'll line up for the onside kick here. Gotta find a way to get it back. Just a little over a minute and a half remaining. And the Colts are able to bring in the kick. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
Ready, ready, ready.
Wow, they're gonna pass it here. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
On the set. Ready. Ready.
A run here with Taylor. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go, here we go. Huh.
On the draw, this is Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Come on, set. Ready, ready.
They go again with Taylor. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Got it, ready.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal.
Let go.
Taylor again. And he will score! And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win! He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
And a likely game-winning extra point strikes true, and that should do it. Get a 2-score game now late. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Nick's now to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big shot is hauled in. Feet are inbounds. Oh, what a play! So the Colts pick up the win in this one.